Okay, I'm back. I apologize for the technical difficulties, but I think we got it up and running. Let's check it out. Done. Oh, I'm streaming. 1 second. Okay, so we are using this. Okay, so I'm going to start over. What we are going to try to do here is this video is geared towards anybody who's into any kind of streaming inside of VR. Now, maybe it's just not been obvious to me, but it's hard to keep up with an active stream while you're inside of VR because, you got to keep swapping back and forth and it takes away from your immersion and, it's just not great. So, uh, through the combination of a couple of different apps, I've got this panel right here. And as you can see, it's showing me my Twitch chat log, and this is in real time right now. I'm gonna click that, and I will say, "Yo." Yeah, see, and there we go. The message is sent. It shows up there. It shows up here, and it'll show up live in the video whenever you see it. So I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to do a little quick run through, and I'm going to show you exactly how to accomplish that. So, oh, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate that. Okay, so starting off, you are going to need a few apps. First of all, I'm using an HTC Vive. You can use, I'm sure, any other VR device that supports all of these different apps. Inside the virtual reality that I'm in right now is called bigscreen. It is free. It's called bigscreen beta. I'm sorry. Bigscreen beta. It's free right now. I know it's supported on multiple platforms, but I know for sure it works with HTC Vive and it works with the Oculus Rift. And I have actually been in an environment with a guy using a Google Cardboard. He didn't have hands, but he had head tracking and he had an avatar where his head would be. And right now you are seeing, let me move this to make sure that you're seeing it, but yeah, you are seeing what my eyes see here on the right hand side. I'm gonna point right there. In that direction, you are seeing what I am seeing. That is what my eyeball sees. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That is what my avatar inside of bigscreen sees. And I have a menu set up here. I'm going to show you how to do all of that. Okay, so getting started, you are going to need OpenVR desktop display portal. All I know is that a guy on Reddit made it. It's open source. He did a hell of a job. I tip my hat to that gentleman. I've only had my Vive for a couple of days, and it's for business purposes. So, a big part of my business now is streaming, and this was something that didn't come native with the HTC Vive. If it did, I haven't noticed it. But using these things, I've got it running perfect. So using the desktop display portal, you're going to want to go ahead and okay, no, first things first. Let's just name off what you're going to need. Okay, so that's the app you're going to need. The OpenVR desktop display portal. Now, obviously, no, we don't even need that. Okay, so then you'll need bigscreen beta. It doesn't have a name tag there, but it's called bigscreen beta. And that's not necessary. That's for my webcam. And then you'll need OBS Studio. I'm using OBS Studio 64-bit for Windows 10. And obviously, you'll need a VR headset and all of that. So you need a VR-ready computer. I'm using an i5. I believe it's a 4590. And a friend of mine, shout out Kyle, actually lent me his GTX 970 out of his rig, out of his home personal gaming rig, so that I could get this thing up and running until I can get a good video card. It's the Microsoft had a sale, I had to take advantage of it before the last quarter of the year. So here we are. Now, okay, so going over, now you're going to need to open your Twitch. So here's my Falibu Twitch, and here's what I'm doing. It's got a little bit of a delay. you're going to want to go over, this is where your chat would be, and you're going to want to go down to settings, and you're going to want to click the pop-out button. Now what that's going to do is it's going to give you this window right here. I'm using Firefox. I tried it with Chrome. I know a lot of you in the comments are going to say, oh, this guy, man, Smith has a GTX 90 and 980 Ti for his Oculus. Nice. Very nice. I'm looking at trying to get hopefully I can find a good deal on a 1060. Okay, so you can, you can try whatever browser works for you. What worked for me, the Chrome just would not work. I got it to work with Firefox, no problem. So you want this little pop-out chat box, right? Now, what you're going to do is you are going to come over here to the Unity player thing here for the OpenVR desktop display portal. Now you're going to want to click if you opened that extra pop-out chat box after you opened this OpenVR desktop display portal, you're going to need to click the refresh button because otherwise the box that you need won't be in this list. So the one you're looking for is the one that just says Twitch and then your browser name. This one is the actual web page. That's not the one that I want. Although, I mean, I could put it here if I wanted, and it would be my video. And I wonder if I can actually make a second one. I could have another little video showing right here, so that I don't have to look at this screen, and I can walk around and talk to y'all like that. So yeah. Let's see here. That's the one you're gonna want. Now, if you want yours set up on your hand, the way I have mine set up, which it feels really good, like really good. Like this should have been native. These are some settings. Now I'm gonna walk up to them. Hopefully, yeah, no, I'm at boundary. I'll kneel down. You know what? I'm still realizing, figuring out this is a virtual workspace. I can do whatever I want. Okay, so here we have some settings. Now, if we hover over this, we've got controls the exposition offset for the overlay. Now, just use 0.25. That's going to give it to you. That changes on which plane is going to move to the left and the right. Now, this one is going to control the y-axis. This is going to, if I'm holding this like this, it's going to control whether it moves up or down. 0.12 gives it to me perfectly where I wanted it, right there. It could actually probably come down even a little bit, but watch, I'm just going to mess up the whole thing. That's a good spot. 0.15, 0.12. You know what? Why don't I just do this? I like that 0.12. Come here, keyboard. Oops, I was in the wrong box. There we go. Yeah, I like that. That's really good. Go with that 0.12, 0.25, 0.12. Go for, this controls the z-axis. This will send it shooting far back or far forward. A 0. Just go with 0. 0 is good. It's on that flat plane lined up with your controller. That's perfect. And then you're going to want to control the x-axis for the rotation of the overlay. Now, as you can see here, it's not 100% perfect, but it's close enough. 350, nice round number. It's close enough. Oh yeah. I don't have a Steam controller yet. I actually just started messing with Steam, recently. Smit Nye. Okay, so now the size. You're going to notice that the size is not where you want it at this point. I found to get at this nice box size right here, you're going to want that setting to be 0.02. I mean 0.2. That's what you want it at. 0.2 will give it to you just like this. Now you're going to want to, oh, and I'm sorry, I've got this control setting for the left control. Center, okay, so, and then you're going to want to save it. I saved mine as hand mount. You know, because right now I have this Twitch thing right here, but I can feed anything right here. I can feed a little movie right here. I can feed, my Twitch feed. I can feed anything here. So I'm just gonna call it hand mount. Well, you're gonna want to, do a new one and then enter the name hand mount and save. That way you can use it over and over again. Okay, so moving on to the next step. That was how to calibrate this OpenVR desktop to use with your HTC Vive. I'm sure it's similar with the Oculus Rift, and that's going to give you this panel right here. In conjunction with your Twitch, and I'm sure you can use it for, like I said, anything else. Your YouTube live chat, whatever else you want, just port it right over to here. Okay, moving along. The next thing that I wanted to show you here in this two-part tutorial is how to get big screen running right here in OBS Studio 64, and how to get this this chat to run in the feed for your Twitch, for your stream. You want your stream so that when you go back and look at the video later, you can see the chat in real time with all of these other things coordinating, right? Pretty sweet setup, right? All right, let's go ahead and try that. Smith says you can make it transparent, so if it's in a game, you can still see through the chat. Hey, Smith, if you don't mind, go ahead and end the chat because you're live on my feed, and I'm going to go ahead and archive this and send it to YouTube as well. Go ahead and explain to them how do we make that transparent, and I'll do it live in this video. Let's do a little collaboration video. What do you think? Okay, so back to what I was saying. Okay, back to what I was saying. We're going to get all this set up, right? So you're going to want to open up OBS Studio. It's a free software. It's really good. I like it a lot. Let me. I don't need that open right now. Yeah, I like it a lot. And so, oh wait a minute. I guess I needed that open. What happened? I just lost video. That's not cool. What happened? Oh, because I turned off the camera mode. I apologize. And we're back. I apologize. I guess I need this camera open to stay streaming to you. So, hey, there's a little nuance we learned together. Let me ask him. Maybe he didn't get my message in voice. How? I'm going to ask him how, because that's some good information we could get going. No, it's not. It's not coming up right there. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so maybe he'll get back to me. Okay, so you're going to want to open up your OBS Studio 64-bit Windows I'm using Windows 10 again, and you can. This is basically how you're going to want to set it up. You want your mic, and right now it's using the Vive mic. Your audio output capture. Let's see, what do I have it set to? One of these is the audio coming from my mic so that you can hear what I'm hearing. And the other one is the other one is what I'm hearing. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing because my speakers are not USB. So that's the headsets. What I'm hearing. And let me make sure they're both on. Yep, they're both on. Okay, then you're going to want to do a window capture, and you can see this outlined right here. And this first one, you know what? Prior to that, you're going to need to come back to big screen, because you're going to need to come over here to camera, and then when you first start it, initially you're going to see. You know what? Let me just show you. You're gonna see what do I see there? Oh, that's different. These are the different camera modes. So you can see over my shoulder. This is what I look like in the virtual world. It's not too different than what I look like in real life. Yo, what's up, fella boo in the house? Yo, 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 yo. I like that. That's cool. And then next camera, ultimately, I want you to see through my eyes. And then you're going to click this capture mode. I've already clicked it, so I'm not going to click it again. Otherwise, it'll turn it off. But yeah, that's how you do that. And let me make sure it's, oh, I messed up. Yeah, no, there we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, so, you're going to come over to this window capture mode after you've done that inside of big screen. And you're going to double click you're going to add a window capture. And you're going to go right here to window and you click the drop down list. I have it sorted by window class. Maybe you can find it another way, but you're going to want to click bigscreen.exe, big screen. And that's going to give you the view that your big screen sees from the capture mode right here, so that you can, stream that as a part of your feed. Yeah, okay, that's where we want it. Now, the reason I have it here at the bottom is I don't know if you realized, it shows all this extra junk here from the menu inside of big screen. And so I have that. This is stacked in a layer order. So whatever's on the bottom in this list, the further down in this list things go, the more in the background they are. So this one is in the very back. This one is right above that one. And finally, this screen is above everything else. And so I just have them layered over each other right now. So again, we're back to this first window. That's your big screen. And I'm not going to show you right here because I'm not sitting at my keyboard and I don't have a control button on this thing that I'm aware of. And you need control. But when you have a control button, you hold control and you press left click. And that's going to let you reset the bounding box of what is being displayed in these windows. So as you saw right here, how I have this extra junk going on. Okay, well, the original bounding box is right there at that corner. And I held control on my keyboard, and with my left mouse, I grabbed on to the circle, to the edge of the corner of the bounding box, and I dragged it over until I had only the display, only this section to this line. And then, it naturally wants to snap, and then you resize it until you've got the feed that you want. So, okay, moving on. The next window I have is the chat feed coming from Twitch that we spent a whole lot of time, setting up to be able to show right here. We also want to show it in the feed. This is a lot of information, guys. Like, I hope it sinks in, and that's why I wanted to do it on video, because in case I forget, I've got a video for myself I can go back through and reteach myself. Okay. So window capture 1, you're going to set this. I have it set to, window capture 1, your next window capture, window class, for window match priority. And when it asks for which window, it's basically just whatever your browser is, and then the name of the window. And you can see right here, the name of this window is called Twitch-Mozilla Firefox. So we look for Twitch-Mozilla Firefox here in this list. Now, in this list, as you can see right here, it originally had this top bar, and it had, this messages. I might have left it there. Nope. I went to my computer and I held control and I trimmed all that stuff off so it would just display this. Okay, so that takes care of porting what's right here into what's right there in OBS Studio. And right here we've got my webcam. I'm using epoccmhd for, a big shout out to my Aunt Letty and the Buenos, who got me a iTunes gift card for Christmas, and I went ahead and spent $6.99 of that on a webcam app in the Apple Store. I can't complain. I paid $6.99 for the Pro version to get the watermarks off, and it seems to be working really well. I don't know why I keep getting updates over here. Am I getting them? No, yeah, I don't know why it keeps giving me updates over there, but it's okay. I don't mind. So yeah. That's in here in Window 2. I don't know how your webcam works, but there's other tutorials out there. I can just tell you crash course real quick. You're going to need to go to I forget what the company name is, but I'm sure if you just Google epoccm viewer, you're going to need to go download the drivers, and because you're going to need this viewer, and then you're going to need to have the epoccm, either their free one or their paid version installed on your phone. Yeah, hey, I fixed it. I'm still having. Okay, I need to chat here. Yay. We're gonna. I'm actually doing this live on Twitch to really show you that it works. Yeah, I need to keep that. You need to keep this open if you want to keep the display. Okay, so, oh man, I think we just lost my video feed. Let's try to get it back. And I'm gonna show you how to do that using this epoccm. All right, I'm actually gonna have to get out of VR for just a moment. All right, now I gotta turn the camera back around. I'm streaming, just so you know. Okay, there we go. Now you're actually. Hi, Jared. That's my family showing up. This is my home design studio and family dining area. It is what it is. Okay, so you know what? I need to move this thing because yeah, you're just seeing my screen every time. Okay, so there is other world outside of that computer monitor. But anyway. Okay, so yeah, that video capture 2, that's for your webcam, and you're going to want to just find your webcam anywhere in here. I'm using my iPhone. Again, I'm sorry if I got derailed earlier, but I'm using my webcam, and here you can find you just find your webcam in the list under an additional window capture. And what it's actually, for me, what it's capturing is this window, which is my viewer that talks to the app on my iPhone when they're synced up. So, yeah, and then once you get going there, I mean, it's as simple as clicking your Start Stream button here after you've adjusted your settings, over here to get your stuff going. I've got all that stuff hidden, so. But yeah, and when ultimately what you end up looking at is this right here. So if you've been watching this live, you've been seeing this chat the whole time. You've been seeing this display most of the time. And you've been seeing my webcam feed as well the entire time. And so this tutorial was brought to you completely inside of VR, about VR, using a slew of free VR apps. And so if you liked it, if you learned anything, if you were entertained, please feel free to give me a like, a share, a subscribe, wherever you're seeing this. Just help me get out there. I plan on doing a whole lot more interesting stuff. And like I said, I've not seen anybody else do this and get it working right. So, I thought I would bring it here from my house to yours, along with my child back there screaming. Yeah, so get at me. This has been Eddie from Fallibu Productions. You can find me on YouTube, Twitch, everywhere. I'm Fallibu everywhere. So also in gaming networks, and follow my channel, subscribe. You're gonna see a lot more tutorials coming from VR, about VR, VR gaming in general, VR in general. And I'm gonna be doing a lot more work-related stuff. So maybe in the next tutorial, or just product testing, I'll show you how I actually have been using this to do work in the real world. All right, well, thanks for thanks for viewing, and I'll see you next time. You guys take it easy.